I thought it was in the past. But now, someone else has crossed that line. And it's my job to stop him.
Red X? I thought Robin was Red X.
Yo, my friends, hope you're all doing good, and welcome back to another video. So the Red X Conundrum's been going on for way too long. As of recently, I've seen a lot of people get confused and misidentify him as this character called Brick in Titans Academy, which is a completely different universe, only to the comics.
Don't really know how you can confuse the two, kind of like how some people are saying that the Robin in this show is Tim Drake, which it's not. Anyway, within the show, there are two confirmed Red X's. Red X number 1 being the one that we all know, Robin, aka Dick Grayson, aka the leader of the Titans. Red X number 2 is where it gets a little more complicated. We have absolutely no idea who this guy is.
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
No clues, no hints, nothing. Now, as I mentioned in the last Red X video, a lot of people seem to think that it's Jason Todd, and honestly, I hope it is, but there's just no concrete evidence. As a matter of fact, there's actually more evidence that Jason Todd isn't Red X than there is that he would be. For example, he constantly refers to Robin and the Titans as kids, which would imply he's older. Now, of course, this could be him patronizing them, which would be true Jason Todd fashion, but I don't know, there's really no evidence to suggest that. It's just kind of guessing with no basis. So at face value, we're just gonna have to go with Red X being older than everyone else. But how much older? Because if you guys remember, Red X was kind of flirting up and trying to rizz up Starfire a little bit, and if he's that much older than them, that's kind of fucking weird. If you've seen the show, which I'm sure most of you have, you know that Robin and Starfire kind of have this romantic interest and relationship, and it builds up over time. And if Red X was that much older than everybody else, it'd be kind of fucking creepy if he was preying on Starfire. And everybody and their mother knows that Dick Grayson is typically older than Jason Todd, so that would discount Jason being the Red X if he's telling the truth about being older, right? Well, not necessarily, but most likely. If we take a look at the Batman White Knight, it is an Elseworld story, but in here, Jason Todd was actually the first Robin, so he switched roles with Dick. And I think that kind of sheds some light on the fact that it is possible this could be the case, but it is a lot more of a modern story, and I don't know they went this route. I mean, shit, for all I know, it could be Jason Todd, and they didn't really put much thought into it and just thought, fuck it. Let's just all agree that he's Jason Todd, but really have no reasoning or explanation to back it up. Or any other character for that matter. But now that we've cleared up there have been only 2 Red X's in the show, and that we have no idea who the second guy is, let's get into the comics.
In Titans Academy, it was revealed that there have been 4 Red X's. First one being Robin, or Dick Grayson / Nightwing. Second one being unknown. Third one being unknown, and the fourth one being Brick, the one that everybody is saying has always been Red X, which is just not true.
The main reason Brick cannot be Red X in this show is because of the actual story beat. If you've read it, or even seen videos on it, you know that it would be literally impossible if you know who the character of Brick is. When his character is revealed to be Red X, we're all told as readers that he was brainwashed by the second Red X into thinking that Dick Grayson was his father. Which, if we all know in the show, Dick Grayson is still Robin and obviously doesn't have a fucking kid, so this wouldn't work. Not even just that though, also the fact that the character of Brick is new and did not exist or was not even thought of back when this show was made. So please, if you're watching this, stop telling everybody that the Red X from the show is Brick. They're 2 completely separate universes, 2 different characters that have nothing to do with one another. I'm not sure who the second Red X is meant to be from the comics because they never say it. He's actually an evil fuck. He killed Brick at the end and manipulated him and has murdered many other people, which we know in the show. Red X isn't really a murderer, he's just a thief who only cares about himself. I don't know if Red X number 2 from the comic and show are meant to be the same person because they have completely different personalities, and if it actually is Jason Todd in the show, that would mean that this is Jason Todd in the comics, which doesn't make sense because, again, they're 2 completely different characters. Don't act the same, don't have the same outlooks, and that just wouldn't make much sense.